And they're booing. I think they're booing Licata because I think some of the people here think that Licata is trying to deliberately butt Monzon. And the Catbirds let out, and Monzon ducks away from two left hooks by Licata. Round 3 is all over. There's Monzon, the champion. Now he sits down for the first time in the fight. Carlos Monzon, his record is 83 wins, 3 losses, and 9 draws. He has never been knocked out. He's had 3 losses. He has scored 59 knockouts. As I told you before, he is undefeated in 78 fights. 11 years he has been undefeated. On the far side, I just spotted Monzon's wife. She is standing up in the corner looking over at him, trying to look or show some sign of encouragement or give him some kind of a signal. A red-headed beauty over on the far side. She's sitting in Licata's corner, however. I don't know how that happened. There's Monzon on his fight. All right, now let's watch the heads on this one. There it is. There's the thing that the crowd started to boo about. There was a butt there, but it was as much a butt by Monzon as it was Licata. Here we go with round number 4. Licata has a little bit of a mark on the left side, on the corner of his left eye. A little bit of a mark. I don't see a cut, but it's a little red there. Monzon's wife is here. She's a movie actress in Argentina. Professionally, she's known as Susana Jimenez. Round number 4, Madison Square Garden. The world middleweight title. Carlos Monzon, the champion, in the striped socks against Tony Licata with the black trunks and white piping. Licata is not punching when he moves inside. And from outside, he is vulnerable. The best fight he can fight is to move inside and try to stay away from the long-range punches of the champion, Monzon. His best fight as well, his opponent is outside. He's got long arms, he's got a good reach. This is what I mean. He can throw to the body or to the head from outside. Inside, those punches go over the head or they become looping punches that do not do much damage. Outside, he is very, very vulnerable. Tony Licata is, at least, and Mr. Monzon is very potent. The best fight that Licata could fight would be to stick his head on Monzon's chest and punch from inside, but he's fighting from outside, and it's not the kind of fight that he should fight. And Licata is taking them now. He's taking some pretty good punches from Monzon. There's a left hook, a real good left hook, and it's a good thing that Licata has a good chin. They said he has, and he just proved that he has. From outside, it's Monzon having things pretty much his own way now. Monzon said within 5 rounds he'll do it. No more than 5 rounds will the fight last, according to Carlos Monzon. Round 4, about 2.5 minutes gone. Monzon is throwing half-speed punches yet. He's trying to let Licata get a little confident, and when he comes in, he catches him. He's doing a pretty good job, Monzon is. He's doing a real workmanlike job on Licata now. Licata comes in with a long left hand and finds the mark. Didn't do much damage at all to Monzon. Licata is tired, and the way he's throwing his punches now, his body is very tired. That's the end of round 4. And I think that Monzon's prediction could stand up. Licata goes to his corner very tired. There is the champion, Monzon. Take a little bit more of the action in that round. Licata missed with a left hand, and from inside, Monzon, 2 right hands. Licata's just trying to get out of trouble now. Monzon is throwing punches and punches, and Licata is trying to stay out of trouble, and he's very wild with his own punches. Instead of covering up with his hands in front of him, he's just ducking his head and trying to weather the storm. He took a pretty good lacing in that round. We're coming up now with the round that Carlos Monzon said. There is Sudana Jimenez. And she's sitting, there she is, a beauty. She's the modern-day Rita Hayworth. Beauty from Argentina. Okay, the real attraction here tonight is right there in the center of the ring. Carlos Monzon defending his title against Tony Licata, and he says he will do it in 5 rounds. This is round number 5. Let's see how good he is. There's another guy who predicts rounds, and he's pretty good at it. He's sitting somewhere in Malaysia right now, watching this. And Monzon is taking a little line out of his book. Muhammad Ali. Okay. Tony is trying to get a right hand across on Monzon. He's slow with it, and there's no way that he's going to get that across at the speed that he's throwing it. No way. And from out there, as I said, he is a very, very vulnerable fighter. If he can fight inside, that's where his fight should be. Carlos Monzon, the champion. A long right hand by Licata. Just grazed the chest of the champion. Punches are landing. It grazed the right hand, grazed off the top of the head of him. Now he's throwing real good punches. Now Licata is getting all of them. He's catching all of them at the moment, and he's missing with his own. He is not covering up his body. He does not have his hands in front of him. He is wide open for any kind of a punch that Monzon will throw. Right hands, left hands, it doesn't make any difference. Monzon is landing with every one of them. And referee Tony Perez is taking a good look at Tony Licata at the moment. He's taking a lot of punishment. Those long punches are finding a mark. Monzon has everything his own way at the moment. A long right hand, good punch. Monzon caught it, tied him up from inside, came right back. It had no effect on Monzon, apparently. Somebody behind me is yelling for Tony to keep moving, and that's the best advice he could get. There's another right hand by Monzon, and anybody who told us that Licata had a good chin told us the truth, because he certainly has. He's caught a lot of good right hands, and he's catching all kinds of punches to the body and to the head, and he's weathering the wall. He's a tired young man. We have 2.5 minutes gone in round number 5. We have about 30 seconds left for Monzon to keep his promise of a 5-round knockout. Can he do it? Couldn't hit him that way. Look who's behind me. The round is almost over. Monzon said in 5 rounds. That doesn't look that way. That's the end of round number 5. Monzon does not keep his prediction. I have to say that the right hand, he got a couple of right hands in. The right hand that Licata got in were 2 good right hands. They're probably the best round of the fight for Licata was that round. Tony Licata. His wife is not in the audience. His wife is at a hotel here in Manhattan. She doesn't come to his fights. She's a very religious young lady. So is Tony, for that matter. Her name is Ramona. They call her Mona. A very beautiful young Mexican-Irish gal. And she is now praying for Tony in her hotel room. When the fight is over, Tony's father, Phil, will call her and give her the result. But the first thing she'll want to know is Tony all right? And right after that, she'll want to know who won the fight. Ramona Licata. Not at the fight, but rooting for her man. Round number 6 coming up. That's Carlos Monzon in the black trunks with the red piping, and Tony Licata in the black with the white piping. Round number 6. Tony Perez is the referee, and Licata seems to have gotten a little bit of steam somewhere. He was pretty good in that last round. Now he comes out with a pretty good start in the 6th round here at Madison Square Garden. Licata's got to use up that ring. He's got to move, and he's got to move from side to side, not straight back. Moving straight back is how he'll get caught. He's got to move when he comes out from a clinch like this. He's got to move to the side and not straight back. Use up the ring, box him. That's what he can do. He is not a puncher. He's got the best left hand in the ring, perhaps, but that's the only punch he has. Monzon can hit you with either hand. He can knock you out with either hand. He is a very good boxer also. Licata can win only on his boxing ability. Monzon can win by a knockout or by outboxing.
いろいろ世界を制覇したんですけどね。ロベルト・デュランしかり、そしてアルゲレしかりなんですけど、このモーションというのは中南米特有のですね、リズムとか、柔らかさとか、そういうのとは別の次元の強さを持った選手ですね。私はアルゼンチンのカーボ